What's up, Booze fam? So, roundabout like late December, early January, a bunch of photos of these cocktails started circulating social media because they had released in the test markets. And I have literally taken dozens on dozens on dozens of phone calls every single day since then. Obviously, we were not one of the test markets, so we had to wait. So, that said, I'm in Missouri. This is now released in Missouri, but you're going to find it very, very sparingly. There's not a lot out there in true Diageo fashion. They made a huge deal about these things and then only made X amount. I believe, based off of the information that I have, that these should be more or less nationwide by the end of May. So if you're in a state and you haven't seen them and you're not finding them, that is probably the reason why. These literally just hit my market today. So what we have is a Crown Royal and Cola, a Crown Apple with cranberry, it's the Washington Apple, and then the Crown Royal Peach Iced Tea. I am not a Crown girl. I'm not super an RTD girl. I like to make my own cocktails or pay someone to make them for me. But I have had some good ready-to-drink cocktails, and I am low-key excited for this one because of the fact that there's so much hype around them. Just at a glance, I'll tell you, like, their packaging is top-notch. I mean, the boxes are super shiny. The cans have all of this, like, reflective material. They're kind of, like, textured in a way that's, like, really, really pleasant. They're, like, covered in cute little fruits. I mean, the package is great. From a nutrition standpoint, these are going to get you for somewhere between 220 and 230-ish calories a can, and they are by no means low carb. They're between like 19 and I think 24, depending on which one you've got. So for me, I am probably going to start with the Crown and Cola because that's the one that I'm least excited about. And then I'm going to do the Crown Apple and Cranberry, which I'm low-key excited about. But I'm saving the Crown Peach Iced Tea because of all of the Crown products I've had, like taking their high-end stuff out of the equation, like their flavored things, the Crown Peach was the one that I thought they did the most successfully. Was it something I want to drink all the time? Hell nah! That shit tastes like candied peach rings. But that's a fun flavor and it tastes kind of good. And in an iced tea, I mean, there's enough sweetness there to sweeten your tea and then just make it a peach tea, which is terribly dangerous because it doesn't taste like booze, literally at all. So, let's get into it. It just smells like cola. I don't smell any whiskey at all. Yuck. Don't like that. It just tastes like some flat ass RC cola. This is not doing it for me. These are 7% alcohol. Where the alcohol is in this, I do not know. I could not tell you. Like, where? Where is it? Where is the alcohol? So I poured it in a glass, and like out of a glass, like there are quite a few bubbles, but they dissipate super, super quickly. And they're tiny. They're like itty bitty tiny bubbles, which is why I think it kind of has that sort of like flat soda quality. Nope. All right, fam, we not off to a great start here. That was a hard no for me. So let's just hope that we get a little better as we go along. Okay, this one smells like Jolly Ranchers, which doesn't even surprise me at all because the very first time I ever had Crown Apple, I was at my sister's house in Colorado, and I literally opened up this bottle of Crown Apple, and she was sitting like 10 feet away from me, and she was just like, why does it smell like Jolly Ranchers in here? And this smells like apple Jolly Ranchers. I really hope the cranberry comes through. Okay, this one's better. However, this one also reads very, very flat to me. Like, these are carbonated, and I get, like, no carbonation whatsoever. the cranberry does come through on this one like a cranberry cocktail. We're not talking, there's no tartness here, which I'm not surprised by. That's what I would expect from this product. The color's real pretty. Like, the color's so red that I'm really surprised that this reads so much more apple than it does cranberry. Out of a glass, I get the cranberry quite a bit more, so maybe that's the way I want to drink it. But again, there's like even less carbonation in this one than there was in the Crown and Cola, which is just super weird to me. So apple was a little more successful, but this is the one that I'm really excited for. So let's just hope we're going in succession of like least Molly's favorite to, Molly's favorite. This one smells almost exactly like what Crown Peach on its own smells like. I'm really not getting tea, which concerns me just a little bit. All right, that's easily the best one out of the entire bunch. That legitimately tastes like an iced tea that's had an exorbitant amount of Crown Peach added to it. Like when I was mixing Crown Peach and iced tea, I would say that my ratio was probably a lot less than this because this is way sweeter and it has a predominant Crown Peach flavor. But the tea is there and it's pretty much what I expected it to be. I mean, this is, they're going for mass appeal here. They're not going to like make me happy. So like this is really what I thought it should be. And honestly, I think everyone will like all of these. I'm just picky. So, this one is actually not supposed to be carbonated, which is great because it doesn't have any carbonation. But honestly, if I was trying to compare the carbonation between this one and this one, the difference is like so minuscule. This had almost no carbonation in it whatsoever. All right, so final thoughts about the new Crown Royal canned cocktails. I obviously did not like the Crown and Cola. Honestly, for me, it got a little bit better as we progressed. I would say that my number one complaint with these cocktails is that the two that are supposed to be carbonated are like not carbonated at all. The bubbles are super, super tiny and they dissipate very, very quickly. So, I mean, if that's something that doesn't bother you, then fine. And honestly, in the apple, it wasn't that bad because when I think of like Washington apple cocktails, I'm not necessarily looking for carbonation. But a Crown and Cola should have a lot of carbonation, and that just falls extremely, extremely flat. Pun intended. Now, that said, I will say that I see the appeal here. I totally believe that these are going to be incredibly successful. I think that there are a ton of people out there that will like these. I am just not 100% one of them. Obviously, if I was going to rank them, I mean, I think I think this was trash. This was pretty okay. And, that was pretty good. I wouldn't buy them again just because of the fact that they are, so high sugar. And I just don't really like a lot of sweet drinks. If you've been following along literally at all, you're probably very, very well aware of that. So I probably wouldn't buy them again, but I thought that the peach tea was pretty successful, and I think that the flavor of the Washington apple is really good. It's just super, super candy sweet. And then the cola, I feel like that's still, either I have a bad can, or that still needs some work. So that's how I feel about it. You're going to find these out in the wild for somewhere between $13 and $15. If you're getting charged more than $15, someone's probably trying to rip you off. But at 7% alcohol and being a premium spirit, yeah, I would say they're probably worth it, especially if you're the kind of person who likes Crown, and especially if you like the flavored Crowns. If you like Crown Apple, if you like Crown Peach, you're going to love these. These are right up your alley. So, take that information, do with it what you will. Thanks for watching.